Well, welcome back to Lucore Automotive Services. Now, CJ dropped off a Raggedy Ann-ish looking thing. He's been hard at work reconstructing this old girl, bringing it back from what it once was to what it will be. Unburdened by what has been. Nice grafting. New front clip. A little worse for the wear, but still gonna make it happen. Let's see if we can make it go straight. And just a little bit of nitrous in there. This is just going to be a preliminary setup to get things to where he can test with it. But it's looking pretty good. Let's get the heads hung and see what we can do with it. Well, let's start. We're getting it an initial square up. It's a lot easier to do with none of the body panels on it. It'll need checked again once all the body panels are done on it. That'll be a pretty quick procedure. Not too horrible. What's my backing look like? Camber looks like the axle's still square, so that's good. Kicked that way. I'm going to make some adjustments back there. So, is this rail? Let's see what our ride height's doing. Okay, those feel pretty neutral. I think that back corner is low. Let me get the tape measure out. Figure out what's going on there. It's blue. Like a half an inch over here. pressure, our anti-roll bar rods are neutral. Now that I made a huge adjustment to that. So I raised my ride height in my left rear because it was a considerable amount lower than the right. And I don't know if that's because the chassis is bent or it might be the way the stuff's welded in up top where the coils go in at, but I got it squared up. It actually physically looks, aesthetically looks better, but it's also sitting better. But because I did that, I just slacked my anti-roll bars, and I'm going to put one turn of pressure into the driver's side, basically holding it down because the driver's side is going to lift, so we want to hold it in place. So I'm going to pull my anti-roll down there. We'll see how he likes that. At least we'll know where our starting point is. Alright, let's make an adjustment to our rear toe. So we've got 3/10 of thrust angle in it. This tire's negative 0.53 and that one's positive a little bit. I'm going to shorten this rod, lengthen that rod until my axle's square with the chassis, and then we'll move up front. Closer to 17, so I'm just going to lengthen this side initially to make both links closer to the same amount, and then we will see where we're at from there. About as good as we're going to get it. Alright, I think we are done in the back. Let's move up to the front. Alright, so I've got things pretty straightened up here. I'm going to go ahead and recomp, resweep my caster, verify what my cambers are. I have my strut to knuckles are locked all the way in for maximum negative, and then I can adjust them and even them up on the towers. My lower arm ball joint to rear position is within 1/8 of an inch from this side to this side, and same over here from the center line to the center. We're same length there, from there to there and there to there, side to side, so I think we're pretty symmetric. We are towing out. So I think we want to go taller, see what happens there.
Alright, Rich, I got one more request out of you. Nope. I want you to hold this so I can get a picture of you. Since I got doggone good deals this week.
Doggone good deals this week?
Doggone. And also the car in the background would be a good one too.
Hold it upside down.
Sit, sit. Sit.
Like, is it a distress signal when you hold it upside down?
Okay, Manny.
I don't think the dog's gonna sit with me. Come here, Peach.
Sit. 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 There we go. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Beautiful.
Hey. Sit.
Sit. Sit.
Sit.
Good girl. There we go. Beautiful.
All right. That's a good baseline for that. What do we do on lift? Ooh, that's better. Coming in less than 2 degrees, no toe out. You can take it back maybe about half as far as we were. This one's longer. I'm going to take all of my adjustment out of this side. And lengthen it, so I'm going to put all of my adjustments into that side. Within an 8, it's good for setup. So now our tie rod ends are the same lengths. What do we do on lift? I think that'll do. It's under a degree of toe in on lift. Degree and a half, I'll take it. That's pretty minimal. A degree and a half of toe in on full lift. It's pretty impressive. All right, let's start over, recomp, and make sure we're consistent. Verify our casting and camber. I love the way he's hiding the roll bar inside the body. That's slick, I like it.
So how bad was it? For it being 2 cars?
I mean, it could have been worse. The steering wheel is completely off center, but my tie rod ends are the same length now. So this one might just be a...
That's not terrible.
So my camber's within 2/10, my caster's within 5/10. Make an adjustment there. See if I can get some more. Toe's not bad for an initial recomp. So hit that left center, show bar graphs. And show measurements again, same. My thrust angle's pretty good. 0.01 of a degree, I'll take that. Rear camber's within 1/10. We're square. I did put one turn into the driver's side to put pressure against the body, pulling the body down on the driver's side, because when it lifts, these cars torque driver's side up.
Okay.
So I pulled it down on that side. Well, so just one turn. I went, because I had to make a pretty major ride height adjustment in the left rear.
To get it off the tire?
To get it off the tire,
Yeah.
and to get the frame rail the same distance from the axle.
Okay.
Now, I don't think the body's torqued back there, because I think he took most of this hit in the front, which is why it has a whole new front car in it.
Yeah, that's up a lot.
Yeah, it was on the tire. Like,
Yeah.
it was bad.
Well, the fender being crushed in.
The fender being pushed in doesn't help, but it was, I mean, I took it up like 6 or 7 turns,
Yeah.
so it's a substantial difference from one side to the other. And I don't think there's a bunch of weight on that side, so. But we'll see how it works. You know, this is setting it up so he can see how it works and
Yeah.
tune it from there. This isn't
This
a
is
final alignment by any means.
correct. This is, I just put 2 cars back together again, and I'd like it to not kill me when I go out and test it.
So I'll throw a little more caster into it if I can on the passenger side, but other than that, I think we're good. I've got his toe out on, or toe in on lift under 2 degrees. I went one way and it was a little excessive, and I went the other way and it was going negative, and I'm like, well, we'll split the difference and we'll leave it there.
So he didn't do terrible putting it back together again.
No, I think he did just fine.
For redneck doesn't know what he's doing?
It's always terrifying the first time you cut a car into pieces and
Yeah.
it's never gonna run again.
How do we fix this car with a hacksaw? Uh-oh.
Sawzall. How do we fix this with a Sawzall? Let's see if we can add some caster into this up top. Well, that turned out pretty good. We got our toe locked in, got our camber within 1/10, got our caster within 1/10, so I think it should handle just fine. Our our toe in on lift is under 2 degrees, which is great. We got the back tire up off the fender, or the back fender up off the tire. That'll have a little more clearance once it gets pulled back out. Looking pretty good. Time to strip her down, move on to the other 4 alignments I have to get done today. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, leave us a comment below. If you're going to drive them down the strip, the fastest way to the finish line is in a straight line. Alright, let's get some more alignments done on my Hunter alignment rack.